Hello, all sentient beings, and welcome to the Transmissions Podcast, where we talk all Hasbro, Takara, and third-party Transformers! On this episode of Transmissions, Transformers go in disguise with a popular theme park. The Transformers Generations Shattered Glass series gets another reveal, and Kingdom Deluxe shows off their road rage. Today is Wednesday, June 30th, 2021, and this is episode 440 of Transmissions.
Welcome to Transmissions, the podcast that is eagerly awaiting the Transformers versus Fast and the Furious collaboration figure. Come on, Hasbro, let's do it. I'm your host, Charles, aka Big C, and I'm joined by the excellent Transmissions team. Jeremy, aka Yakko.
Hey, how's it going?
Fantastic fan artist, Apollo.
Hi, what's up, everyone?
And Daryl, the Cybertronian Beast.
Hello. Let's talk Transformers.
All right, as always, we start off the show by thanking our Donatreons, those lovely people who give us money on Patreon and PayPal. Thank you so much for continuing to support the show. And if you'd like to become a Donatreon, if you're not one already, just go to transmissionspodcast.com/support, and that's where you can sign up. Of course, one of the perks of being a Donatreon is that you get access to the early uncut versions of the latest Empire of Rust episode, our Transformers RPG podcast, the first and only live play Transformers RPG podcast. So this week, we just put out Empire of Rust episode 53, Spongin' the Third, Good Things Come in Threes. And this is exclusive to our Donatreon, so you can get this on our Patreon page, or on the Transmissions Donatreon Dropbox. So this is episode 53 of Empire of Rust. It's got lots of bonus content, unedited stuff that gets cut from the final version. And it's early, so you get access to episode 53 before anyone else does. And the regular episode 53 will be out next Monday, June 28th. So all our regular listeners have to wait, but if you're a lucky Donatreon, you get it now. But don't spoil it for everyone else. But that is part of your perks of being a Donatreon. So thank you for supporting us, and we hope you enjoy. Another perk is that you are automatically entered into our monthly Toy Hacks contest. So this is our drawing where we give away a $10 gift code to a lucky winner of the Toy Hacks drawing. You can go to toyhacks.com and spend that $10 on any labels you want for any of your Transformers toys. And our Donatrons are automatically entered. Of course, you can also enter by just sending us an email to contest@transmissionspodcast.com. But it's too late for June because we're doing the June drawing on this podcast. So if you haven't sent in an entry yet, you're not going to win this time, but you can send it in for the next time. So we do it every month. So July's is at the end of July. So you've got plenty of time to enter the drawing. But right now, we're doing the June one. And as a bonus, our May winner decided to donate their prize to this week. So we're actually doing two drawings, and two lucky winners will win a $10 Toy Hacks gift code. So exciting. So Jeremy, is your assistant ready to help us out and pick some winners tonight?
Computer, are you ready?
I'm ready when you are.
All right, so Jeremy, if you could please give us a random number between 1 and 85.
Computer, give me a random number between 1 and 85.
Your random number between 1 and 85 is 30.
30. That is, oh boy, third Sergio.
All right.
Congratulations.
Not the first one, not the second one. The third.
Right on, third Sergio.
Good friend of the show. Mm-hmm. We have met him several times at various conventions.
One of the rare nights he's not listened to us live.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Congratulations, Sergio. Enjoy. All right, but that's not the end. So that is our first winner. Now we've got another winner. So can we get another random number between 1 and 85? In the rare event that it comes up 30 again, we're going to pick again until we get a different person. But that seems unlikely.
Computer, give me a random number between 1 and 85.
Your random number between 1 and 85 is 1.
1.
1?
Whoa.
The Duggernaut.
Duggernaut.
Oh, wow.
Duggernaut. I think this is the first time he's won. But yeah, also longtime friend of Transmissions. We have seen at several conventions, and he's been to Daryl's house. One of the rare Donatrons who's been to Daryl's house.
That's right.
Well, they're in Canada, so, they're right next to each other.
That's right. We hang out. Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Doug.
Well
So
done.
two guys we know very well, Doug and Third Sergio. Congrats, guys.
Mm-hmm. That was. I'll be in touch with both of them, and we'll get this set up and get them some prizes.
And it worked a lot better than holding up my phone to the microphone like last month.
Yeah.
Well, it was a transition time for you, Jeremy. We know
yeah.
you. We heard you bought a house and you had to set it up.
Yeah.
I think, so.
Wait, I bought a what?
You
That's
got,
why everything looks different.
yeah. Your house transformed.
Converted.
Yeah, converted. It's a triple changer.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't turn into a money pit.
That's the secret fourth mode.
All right. Well, that's we were able to give away some stuff. That's always makes us happy. But now let's get into some toy news.
All right, and this week we're starting off with a new Transformers collaborative project. This got announced this week. This one's right out of left field, right out of the Jurassic period. This is Jurassic Park. Thank you. I'm here all week. Jurassic Park and Transformers has been announced as the next collaborative project. Man, oh man, the rumor mill really started going real fast as to what they think is going to be the next project, because Transformers and Jurassic Park, I mean, it's not like Transformers is lacking dinosaur molds to use. We really just got a brand new, T-Rex to use with a really good face sculpt. But there was a really interesting tweet that came out of the Transformers official Twitter account, or might have been their Instagram. I can't remember where it came from, but anyway, it hashtagged forward on it. So that really did give a lot of credence to the fact that the Ford Explorer from the Jurassic Park movie, the 1993 movie, may be in fact the vehicle being targeted in this collaborative project. We have no proof of this other than this very, odd hashtag used. If it's not that, then let the speculation fly. We've got this new Megatron, Beast Wars Megatron mold used. There's a Hound figure out there that could be used. They could retool that up a bit for the classic Jurassic Park Jeep. Let's start with Apollo. Apollo, what would you like to see from this Jurassic Park collaborative project?
All the things. The Jurassic Park is my jam. Like, I love Jurassic Park. So, honestly though, like, if I was to pick one figure, I'd really like to see a Jeep, the Jeep be a robot. And that's if I could only pick one. I hope they have a few different ones, like the Jeep, and sounds like if this Ford hashtag thing is true, it'll be at the Ford. But, we also do have dinosaurs now, alt modes. So, I'd like to see some, the Rexy as a robot, why not? So.
Sure. Yeah, you're right. Jurassic Park did feature some really awesome vehicles, but it wasn't really about the vehicles. It was about the dinosaurs.
What accent was that?
That was from the movie, Jeremy. That is a dead-on impression of how the little DNA character says dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah.
Dino DNA.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you'd seen the movie, you'd know.
I've seen all the movies. I don't know what you're talking about.
See, like, I want a set that comes with the Jeep Transformer, the Rexy Transformer, and also a tiny Jeff Goldblum that can go in the back.
Must go fast.
Yes.
Charles, if it's not the Ford Explorer, what do you want to see out of this?
Well, I mean, we've got multiple dinosaur molds we can look at. We've got the T-Rex. We've also got a Velociraptor. So, I mean, that seems like an obvious thing to put in there. I don't remember if we're supposed to be getting a pterosaur mold in the Kingdom line, but if there is, if we are getting that, then there's a pterodactyl to add to the mix. And we've got all those fossilizers; those could be thrown in. So there's a lot of things they could put in this T-Rex collaboration or this Jurassic Park collaboration without actually having to come up with any new molds. So I imagine there was some planning that went into this.
I bet.
So if I'm being greedy, I think it would be cool to have some original dinosaur molds, like have it give us a Stegosaurus or a Triceratops, in addition to all the I think inevitable repaints from the Kingdom figures that we're going to see. But I imagine there's probably not budget for completely new molds just for this. That seems unlikely for all these crossover figures, but yeah, I mean, I imagine we're going, at the very minimum, we're going to see a T-Rex and a Velociraptor, and then a Ford Explorer Jeep for something. So I'm expecting at least 3 figures, but maybe more. Maybe fossilizers for getting the DNA out of the bones before you put them in the cloner or grower or whatever, and then other stuff. I don't know. Lots of possibilities.
Clever girl. Yes. So basically, you're describing just the Dinobots with flesh, right? That's what you want?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, why not?
Why not?
and then that leads into another line where they can just say, these are the Beast Dinobots. Here you go.
All right.
Why not?
Cool. Jeremy, I know this project's completely foreign to you, but there was a movie back in 1993 called Jurassic Park, directed by Steven Spielberg.
I know.
And
I've seen most of it.
It was a very popular movie, pioneered a lot of special effects that are still in use today. If you get the chance, you should check it out. It's a classic. What would you like to see out of a dinosaur themed Transformers project?
Well, I mean, a lot of what Charles and Paulo said, but I'm kind of thinking we have a couple Dinobots announced for the Studio Series line. So if there is kind of engineering that could be shared between, say, a Sludge or a Snarl, the figures that we haven't seen yet, where they could do a new mold for this line, do a Triceratops or Stegosaurus or whatever, and then, take the shell or take the quote bones of that, and you can also get the Studio Series figure out of it later. I think that'd be awesome. Just be a generic dinosaur, but also, I mean, we have masterpiece level T-Rexes and even Raptors. I wonder if they, I mean, they won't do it, but if they could bring over one of the masterpiece figures and redo it for Jurassic Park, that would be amazing. But like I said, they won't do it. It'd be too expensive.
All right.
But I would say, mentioned you wanted the human guy, a Goldblum figure.
The human, yes, the human.
I would also want a Samuel L. figure. Mm-hmm. Samuel L. as a like computer guy, just it always amuses me seeing that.
Mm-hmm. The other thing that I wanted to bring up about this project is that the most recent collaborative figures have also spawned comic book crossovers from IDW. The research that I've been able to do haphazardly has come up with nobody currently holding the Jurassic Park license for comic books. It shows that IDW did have it at one point. From 93 to 97, it was held by Topps. Then in 2010 to 2012, IDW had it. And then for one single book, Dark Horse had it in 2019. Nothing, it's very possible IDW's gotten it again. And they will put out something for this collaborative project to kind of go along with the movie, which I believe is 1 year from last week. So, everything can kind of come out all in the same kind of ballpark here, and that would be kind of fun. There's a pretty good chance that we're going to see a Jurassic Park Transformers crossover comic, and I think that would also be pretty fun. Let's hold on to our butts, and we will keep following this project. The last thing I wanted to mention, I guess, is Jeremy gave me this thing about Tyrese Gibson. Got asked about the crossover project and was asked whether he would be interested in doing a Fast and Furious and Transformers crossover, and he would. So that's cool. But he wanted it done before the Jurassic Park one, which
because he said it made more sense. Transformers going to cars. Come on.
Sure. Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Never in a million years would we have thought that. Tyrese is in the both franchises, so getting those together is possible for sure.
Well, and out of everyone that was in the live action Transformer movies, he was the actor that had the most enthusiasm around fans for being in the thing.
Sure. For sure.
I always like Tyrese for what the enthusiasm he has for the movies.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's it. That's all I had for this week. Like I said, we're going to follow this project, until, something comes out. But, Jeremy, what do you got?
We have is it the third?
Fourth.
Shattered Glass figure reveal? Oh, fourth. Oh, so only one more after this. Hasbro Pulse revealed Shattered Glass Goldbug. And this is a redeco and remold of Earthrise Cliffjumper with a Bumblebee head. And the color scheme is like most of them is black. The head is a light blue with red eyes, and I think it looks really good. The especially like the vehicle mode with mostly black with gold highlights. He also, that mold has like the jet skis and stuff, but it looks really good. I'm not sure why they couldn't use the VW or the more Bumblebee looking figure, but I'm guessing that could be due to licensing. But he looks really good, in my opinion. Charles, I think you're probably out of the four of us also familiar with the Shattered Glass BotCon figures. What do you think of this guy?
It does look good. I mean, I like the color scheme. The black with the yellow highlights is good. I think I would say the gold bug the gold bug head is a little lighter than it should be. Like I would expect this, dark evil gold bug to have a kind of a darker shade of blue for his head. But I mean, I do appreciate that attention to detail. Like, Gold Bug, the character from the Marvel Comics. I think Marvel Comics was probably where Gold Bug had the most basically screen time or page time in Transformers media. Like I think he was in one episode of the G1 cartoon.
Rebirth.
Yeah. No, it was Return of Optimus Prime. That was the one he was, because he was one of the bots injured during the hate plague, and then they rebuilt him, and he's like, I'm not just Bumblebee, I'm a gold bug. And then Optimus Prime's like, haha, yes, and that will be your name, Gold Bug.
Gold Bug.
It's like, okay, Optimus. But in the comic, he actually had a pretty cool story arc with him and Blaster being like a buddy cop duo. Like it was like kind of like the Incredible Hulk, where they wander from town to town solving crimes and mysteries because they're on the run from where Grimlock is the current leader of the Autobots, and they desert him because they don't think he's a good leader, and they just want to fight the Decepticons on their own. So, and they also hook up with the Throttlebots and have other adventures, and then they fight Scraplets and other stuff. So Goldbug had a nice little story arc, but this is not Goldbug. This is evil Goldbug. So none of that matters for this guy. He's the evil incarnated version of Goldbug. So he's evil. But it's a good looking figure. But in general, shattered glass is not my bag. It's just not something I'm super into. But I am happy that people are enjoying these shattered glass figures.
Apollo, what are your thoughts on this evil Goldbug?
I think he looks super cool. Whoever did the photography on this, though, used really harsh lighting because, it looks really washed out, the colors on the figure. The Autobot logo doesn't even really look purple. And I think this figure is a lot darker looking because even the box art, in comparison to what we've seen before, looks really washed out because of the lighting. But I think he looks really cool. I like the color combinations. I like his little visor. I'm on the fence on if I'm buying this or not because I'm trying to limit who I collect now, so I'm not buying everything. So, but he is super cool looking. I love the black and yellow and the little blue head. I think he looks really slick. Same with his alt mode.
And Daryl, you have the Cliff Jumper, right? This is based off of?
I do, yeah.
So what do you think of that figure and compared, and how do you think this figure will be?
I really like the Cliff Jumper. It's a pretty decent figure. It borrows a lot from the, I guess I would say the feet borrow a lot from the Masterpiece. I mean, the figure looks good. I'm on the same kind of fence as Charles, where, I'm not really into shattered glass all that much. So I'm happy that this figure exists for all the people that are into shattered glass. But I'll probably simply just buy the comic that comes out on the retail shelves because the covers that Alex Milne is putting out are really awesome. Other than that, I'm pretty happy to pass on this one.
Yeah, and I'm kind of in that same boat. I don't know if I'm going to get any of these shattered glass figures, but the comic, all the covers look good that we've seen, like the Casey ones and the Alex ones. All right, well, that is all I got this week. Apollo, what do you have?
Well, I have some stuff about the Kingdom Deluxe Road Rage in hand images. So, a bunch of new images have dropped of Road Rage, also with tracks, via Chieftain Review on YouTube. So, this is the Kingdom Deluxe Road Rage. I think she looks really fantastic. In these photos, you see the comparison with her and Trax and their alt modes side by side and their robot mode, posing dynamically. I think this looks really great. I honestly think this looks better than the Masterpiece of her, and I have the Masterpiece of her, so I'm very excited about this figure. I will definitely be pre-ordering her when that drops. Charles, what do you think of this figure?
This looks really good. I mean, I like the color scheme for Road Rage. I like her flame accents. Her flame accents look better than Trax on her, on her paint job and everything. I like that her head sculpt is pretty unique. It's not just a repaint of Trax's head. It's a really, they styled a very nice distinctive head sculpt for her. And I think it looks really good. Apollo, since you have the Masterpiece Road Rage, does she have a faceplate on the Masterpiece figure? I thought she had a faceplate.
No, she doesn't. She has a face like this.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought she had a faceplate, but yeah, it looks good.
It's always with you in the faceplate.
I'm a fan of the faceplates. I like faceplates.
Yeah.
But no, I think this is a really. I might. I was gonna pass on the Trax figure, but I'm having second thoughts. Maybe I would pick up the Road Rage instead of the Trax. I think it's a good figure, and always happy to see more female Transformers added.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. So, Jeremy, what do you think of this figure?
I like it. I don't have the Trax but I think the colors work a lot better for Road Rage. I think just the white on tracks always has seemed a little bit harsh to me. Just, I don't know, like the white on the wings and stuff. It's just, as you can tell with the photographs here, it's kind of hard to take pictures of. And in some of these pictures, the Trax's wings don't show up. But I really like the contrast between the like purple and the red. I've always appreciated the mold for Trax, like the way the car looks and everything. But I think as the red color, and then as Charles said, the flame looks so much better on Road Rage. I think it's a lot better figure, in my opinion, than Trax.
Cool. Yeah, I agree with you on that. And finally, Daryl, what do you think of this figure?
I think it looks pretty good. I am partial to Trax. I'm more of a, I don't know. I think I have just a nostalgic kick for Trax. But I do like the face on Road Rage. That is, you look at the face on Road Rage and it just gives it away as it being a female character. There is literally no difference between the two other than the head sculpt. The colors obviously are different, but there are no other different parts. I've gone through these pictures, the slides, numerous times looking for something else to be different, and there's nothing other than the head, which is amazing that they've been able to pull this off by just, changing the colors and putting a different head on it. But that head, with the very pointed jaw, pulls off a very feminine look for this character, and it's done it quite well. Generally, you'd need to change something in the hips or in the legs maybe, but they've done it all with simply just the face, and it looks good. I love the red car mode. Something about the purple arms and purple wings and stuff, it's just throwing me off. I'm not a real big fan of that. It looks great in car mode, and in robot mode it looks really good. I think I would probably still stick with the regular Trax for myself. Just something about that Corvette is just a really awesome car.
Yeah, well, I think the Trax figure looks nice too. And I have him pre-ordered also. So, yeah. Well, thank you for that, and I think we're on to Charles next. What do you have to share today?
All right. Well, this was something that I don't remember hearing anything about it before we got this, but this is something I'm really excited about, is a new figure in the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line, which I know we had talked about how it was just kind of a haven for repaints and reissues, but this is a brand new figure in the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line. This is Origin Bumblebee, and this is a Bumblebee from the first episode of the G1 cartoon. So in his, hover disc mode, comes with energy conductors, those rods that he and Wheeljack stole in the first episode of the G1 cartoon. There's enough energy in these conductors to last a Cortex, or they won't last a Cortex. But they got to get them back to Icon, and then they're attacked by some Seekers. But just the pictures we have here, it looks really good. It pulls off the classic G1 Bumblebee robot mode, but then turns into that hover car thing where none of the parts on G1 Bumblebee are in that hover car at all, but it pulls it off, and it comes with those accessories, the energy conductors, and it comes with the his jetpack from another G1 cartoon episode. Really nice. And this came from a In Demand Toys, which is I guess is a UK toy seller on Facebook. They just put this up on their Facebook page like, hey, this is coming. We have had no information about this from Hasbro officially, at any time. We don't have a price really, but I imagine it's probably a deluxe size figure, so it's probably going to be the $20 to $25 range. But yeah, this is a cool looking figure. And I'm just surprised that this figure did not show up in like the War for Cybertron Siege toy line, for example. That seemed like this would be a very appropriate toy for that. But yeah, I'm excited for this figure and looking forward to it, and just surprised that we got it kind of out of left field with no other, other announcements. Didn't show up anywhere else. So, Apollo, what do you think of this new Bumblebee?
I think this is really cool. Like all of you here, I've seen these buzzworthy bumblebees in the store, the other ones, and I'm like, gonna pass. But I think this is really awesome that we finally get his Cybertronian alt mode. I don't think this has been done before, right? Like, this is the first one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, third party has done it before, but Hasbro has never done this before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this is super cool. I don't know if I'll be buying one for myself, but I might be buying one for a family member who's really into Bumblebee. So, yeah, I like it. The packaging's kind of odd to me, but I'm not like a huge person for packaging. Like, I open most of my figures, so that's like my only thing about it. But like, the figure itself is really cool.
All right. Jeremy, what do you think of this figure?
Yeah, well, first off, I have to agree on the packaging. It looks it looks too big for the figure. It looks really off size wise. But other than that, I am totally going to get this figure. I've been wanting something like this for years, and then coming with the little Energon rods is just the icing on the cake. Now I need a Cybertronian wheeljack. That I am still upset that we never got either one of these in Siege. That's a crime. we need both of those. But this looks good. Is it based on the Legends Bumblebee? I'm trying to figure out where that chest reminds me of.
I honestly don't know. Couldn't tell you.
I mean, it looks familiar to me.
Yeah.
But regardless, it looks good. The alt mode looks fantastic. I am looking forward to this and willing to pay the obscene price that they're charging now for figures. But like I said, now I just need the wheeljack to go with it.
All right, Daryl, what do you think of this figure?
I mean, I think it looks good. I agree with everybody else here, though, that I have a feeling this figure is going to be pretty small. With the because I think I'm the only one who picked up that other buzzworthy Bumblebee. That's the little one, and they're pulling off an awful lot of tricks on the small scale here. So the packaging looks like it would be a deluxe size figure, but it's not filling up, like everyone said, it's not filling up this window whatsoever. So it's an awful lot of empty space. So I have a feeling this thing's going to be tiny. I like it. I'm going to probably find one and pick it up when I can, just because it's the first time this mold's been done like this, and I'm curious as to how they did it. But I have a feeling I'm going to be really disappointed in the price, because deluxes are $29.99 here now, and this is not a $30 figure. So we'll see. But I'm interested in seeing when this thing starts to show up. I know that most Transformer sites and Facebook groups and stuff like that went freaking bonkers when this dropped this week, because everyone was feeling the same way we were about the alt mode and how it had never been done. Some people were even commenting that they thought it was fake.
I mean, well, based on the packaging image,
I could totally see it, right? It looks weird. It looks like people have just grabbed images from all over the place and just kind of stuck them on the box.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this, like, at least the box images, it looks like the figure is not really physically in the box there. That looks pretty completely photoshopped. I mean, it might be to scale, but I don't think we can go by this particular image as to what the size of the figure will be. But I mean, I share your concerns, Daryl, that it might be a particularly smaller figure. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see till we actually have real in-hand images.
Yeah. I'm just clicking back and forth. The figure, what is it? Image number 1 has got the figure and the rods outside of the box. And then figure or image 4 shows the back of the box, and the gun is a different color than the gun on the first image. I have a feeling that because you can see on that first image, you can see that the rocket pack has been colored black there, and on the back of the box you see that it's gray. I mean, this is obviously, if it is real, it's very early on. Yeah, I'm just trying to dig into this a little bit more here, but I guess when Hasbro announces it officially, then we'll know for sure. But if it is real, we'll see. But I have a feeling it's going to be expensive, which will piss me off.
Fair enough.
It'll only piss me off because I have to buy it.
There goes $30.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no willpower when it comes to these things.
Hasbro's not responsible for your compulsion.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all our toy topics. So we will move on to trips to the store. This is where we show off all the awesome Transformers stuff we got this week. We do this as a video so you can see everything we got in beautiful high definition on YouTube. But we'll put the audio right here in the podcast so you can keep listening as we describe everything we got in loving detail. So without further ado, trips to the store.
The Transmissions Podcast will return after these messages.
And I'm going to go first. So what did I get? I did get some comics. So we have Transformers issue 31. That's cover A. And, this is the start of a new story arc. So we'll be talking about this eventually. But as I said, this week we are talking about Transformers Back to the Future issue 4, the final issue of this crossover. It's a nice conclusion, wrapping up everything. Although, as with all time travel stories, there are some plot holes. We'll talk about that.
It wouldn't be Back to the Future.
We'll talk about that in alt mode this week. But yeah, I'm glad they did this comic. This was a cool crossover. Transformers and Back to the Future. Something I could never, as a kid, never imagine these two things would be pushed together, and I'm happy they did it. So very cool. Now, I did get a toy this week. This was something I have been searching for, been complaining about for a long time. I finally just randomly went to another Target and found Kingdom Cyclonus. This guy is awesome. I still think he should be a Studio Series 86 figure, but Kingdom Cyclonus is a great figure. Transformation is excellent. This is another very intuitive transformation. I was able to transform it without looking at the instructions. Mostly, there was a little tiny hitch that I had to figure out, but otherwise, it's a very cool transformation. I mean, very very accurate to the '86 movie. I'm showing it in plane or jet or spaceship mode, whatever you want to call it, just because I think this is a very slick mode. But his robot mode is equally awesome. And the transformation, like the way they collapse the nose cone and hide it away in transformation, it's awesome. I really sing the praises of this figure. And he has landing gears. He has little, landing gears as well in jet mode too. So that's nice. That's always a nice little touch. Although they're just, plastic bits. They don't have actual wheels. So, and he's got a gun, So I think they didn't give him a lot of accessories. There's no Target Master, just a regular gun. But I'm sure you can buy all the, there's lots of Target Masters in the Kingdom or in this War for Cybertron line that you want to get one for that. But yeah, cool figure.
Right on.
So yeah, I like him.
Now you got to get Galvatron.
Well, so
never ends.
The other figure I was
it never ends.
Yeah.
The other figure I really wanted was Scourge. Like, I've been talking about Scourge too. I can't find Studio Series Scourge anywhere. And this weekend I was in the mall. I just randomly went into the specialty toy shop, and they had a Scourge. They had a Studio Series 86 Scourge. I looked at the price tag. It was $40.
Ooh.
And it's
Those are Canadian
that's $10
prices.
more than,
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
They probably bought it for retail somewhere else and are reselling.
Well, I was still on the fence. I walked away. I had second thoughts. I said, no, I'm going to go back and get this. I went back the next day, and what happened? It was gone.
Oh.
Did you track down the kid that bought it and beat the shit out of him?
Was it a kid? Is the question.
I doubt it was a kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no, I did not yell at the lady in the mall store like, tell me who bought this. Give me their address. Get their
You
credit card
ladies man
information.
217.
I was here yesterday and I was still deciding.
If you see only one figure, just buy it. Like, you can always return it.
Good advice. Yep. All right. Next, Apollo, we'll go to you. What did you get?
So for my birthday, well, I didn't know it was going to come around my birthday, but I got Eris Coulter, Masterminds Creations. Ooh. So
that is a cool figure.
Yeah. This is like one of my, if not my favorite figures that I have now out of my whole collection. Like, they put so much detail, like her little treads move.
Are those actually rubber treads?
No, I don't think they're rubber. I think they're plastic, but I haven't converted her yet. Or I guess I could use the word transform because she's not.
It's third party. Yeah. You can say transform.
So she's just really amazing. Like, she's got wrist swivel, her wrists move, ankle tilt. The legs are die cast metal here. They look.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the same material that the Flame Toys Tarn figure's legs are made out of, or at least it looks and feels that way. Because her legs are die cast metal here, it counterbalances this part up here. She is super posable, and like, it's an awesome figure, and like her little mask comes off and you can see her face here, her little kitty ears. Like, if you missed out on getting this figure, they're doing another run of them next year. Like, I highly recommend this figure. Like, she's amazing. And also, if you're a Tarn fan, like, I mean, female Tarn, why not? Like, she looks really good with both Coulter and also Flame Toys Tarn. So, yeah, I can't say enough about this. I have the box over here too. I think they did such a good job, the artist and the graphic designer, on this box.
Very cool.
Yeah, so
yeah, it's like the Omega to.
Yeah, so I haven't transformed her yet, so I'll probably post pictures on Twitter once I do. And that's it from me.
Very cool. Awesome.
Good showing.
Thank you.
All right, Jeremy, come to you.
All right. I have the same two comics Charles showed off, so I'm not really going to talk much about them, but they're good. Apparently, they're too late to have a chance at any of the alternate covers. But then I think I have a surprise. I think I might have a sneak preview of the Jurassic Park collaboration. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just a fossilizer. This is from my Kingdom box provided by Hasbro for free. This is Ractonite. And I think he's really cool looking. My biggest complaint is that they're just like with the Sparkless one, there's no texturing. So I would expect the fossil to be kind of textured. This is very shiny and very smooth. But other than that, I think it's cool. My kid was playing with it, immediately was like, thought he broke it. And I'm like, oh, no, he's supposed to, everything comes off. But yeah, I think this is really cool looking. The alt mode looks really cool. And even if I'm not using it for the fossilizer gimmick, I think it's really cool looking figure. He's got a very tiny little Predacon logo on him. But yeah, this is really cool.
Nice.
Very cool.
All right, Daryl. End the show with a bang, like you always do.
It's my lot in life. All right, so I do have the comics as well. So Transformers 31, cover A. I think this is Anna's cover, Anna Molkova's cover.
No.
Whose is it?
If you would look on the back there.
I'm in bags and boards, buddy. I put them in bags and boards.
It's Diego Novanim Zuniga.
How's the back of that comic going for you? I can't read that.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's a cool cover. And then I did get the Transformers Back to the Future #4. This is the Juan Samu cover. I really like this one, cover A. Just it features all the characters. It's pretty cool. And then I have been getting covers A and B, so I did get the B cover from Chris Panda. So I thought this one was really cool, and it does kind of go with the blueprint one from the Ectotron as well. So I have both of those. So
those have both made great posters.
Yeah, so those are pretty cool. I want to, I guess I'll show these first because they're in front. My store had a couple old VHS kicking around, and I'm like, I'm not going to sell these for nothing. So I just picked them up for cheap. This is Transport to Oblivion. This is Transformers, the FHE VHS.
Nice.
This is volume 7. If you ever remember these things.
Remember those well.
These are the... Whoops, it's upside down. There you go. So big spindles on these things. They literally was just one episode for this VHS. I cannot imagine collecting the entire set on these old things, having almost 100 of these. They also had this one. This is Fire on the Mountain. This is volume 8. So, yeah, so 2 episodes in a row.
I remember renting those FHE tapes over and over.
Yeah, they're fun. They also had a copy of the movie on VHS, so I picked that up as well. And
wow, I had that box back in the day.
It's watched halfway through. I'm like, oh shit, I don't know how I'm going to rewind this.
Be kind, rewind.
Yeah.
You gotta get a VCR.
Mail it to me, I'll rewind it and mail it back.
Yeah. This copy is actually, this one's from 95, so it's all. This was the 10 year anniversary almost of the movie.
Was that Rhino or was that still FHE?
I mean,
it was not Rhino, but it was not FHE anymore. FHE was, I think, was gone, but Rhino had not gotten
Sunbow's on it.
Yeah. I think Rhino was like maybe around 98, 99.
But I had that version of the VHS tape. I got rid of it a few years ago.
Yeah. It says something along the lines of Mellow Films? Mellow Film? I don't know. That's the distribution company, Mellow Film. Anyway, but the toys I do have this week are a set of nostalgia for the 90s kids. These are G2 figures. They're G2 Dinobots. So Slag, Red Slag, with his gun.
Snarl.
Sorry. Slag's this one. So green
Slug.
Green Slag. Yeah. And he's in really good shape. His usually his horns are all like floppy, but these ones are pretty stiff, so that's good. I'm pretty happy with that. With his sword and gun, and a blue Grimlock. This one I am missing his gun, so I'll have to, and sword. I don't have either, so I'll get those at some point. But no big rush.
I think you actually discovered the Jurassic Park collab figure.
Yep.
I may have them. Yep. So yeah, these ones are they're all pretty dusty. I could clean them up a bit, but I'm not too worried about them because they're built pretty well. That's what I got this week. It's a couple G2 figures. Not too bad.
I transformed Cyclonus during the show.
Nice.
There he is, robot mode. Look at that figure. He's awesome.
He's a really
if you're a fan
good
of the 86 movie. Yeah, if you're a fan of the 86 movie, you owe it to yourself. Find this guy.
Yeah, no battle damage either.
Yes, I'm very, very happy about that.
Me too.
No battle damage. All right, well, that's it for this week's Trips to the Store.
We now return to the Transmissions Podcast.
All right, we're back from our trips to the store, and we will finish up the show with convention news.
we've got some convention news. I don't know if you were able to attend in January. There was a convention called Iacon Online, and that I actually started. And we are releasing our YouTube versions of the panels from January. So if you did not get to watch those, you check out the Iacon Online YouTube channel. We've been releasing them. We started last week, and there have been several more videos released this weekend. So make sure you subscribe to the Iacon Online YouTube channel. We will have links in the show notes for that. One of the panels that we did release was my interview with David Sobolov. I really enjoyed asking him questions about his voice acting process. So if you did not watch that, or if you want to rewatch it, please check out YouTube to check that out.
That was a great panel.
Thank you.
I watched that live.
Thank you. It was really cool getting the talk to him. I had talked with him a few times before just to plan the panel out, and I sent him the questions ahead of time so he knew what I was going to ask him, and I'm really glad I got that opportunity to do that.
Awesome.
Yeah, and if you haven't subscribed to the Iacon Online social media accounts, please do. You'll want to keep your eyes out on there for the other videos of the panels being released and future news. And that is all I will say.
Ooh, teasing.
Yes. There's your teaser of the night.
All right. Well, that's it for convention news, and that will do it for this episode of Transmissions. Thanks, everyone, for listening. And as always, we end the show by thanking our Masterpiece Donatrons. So we'll give a shout out to John 4X11Good and Dinobot Maximize. Thank you guys for continuing to support the show at our highest level. We really appreciate it. And just want to remind you again, if you want to buy some merchandise from our TeePublic store, that's at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. And anything you buy from TeePublic through our link will help out the show. So that'll be really cool if you want to buy, you want a Transmissions shirt or a Transmissions mask or other Transmissions merchandise. You can get it from transmissionspodcast.com/shop. But if you want any TeePublic merchandise, you can also get it through that link, and that'll help us out. All right. Well, thank you again to Apollo for joining us as you do every month. So thanks for coming back. And is there anything you want to plug while you're here, in addition to Iacon Online, of course, but anything else, let us know and go for it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I've been really enjoying our once a month discussions. I'm always up for talking Transformers. So, I have commissions open right now for art. So if you want to get a commission from me, or if you just want to check out my artwork, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RoboApollo. And or if you just want to discuss Transformers, I'm always up for that. And thanks again for having me on.
Awesome. And Robo Apollo is also hanging around on our Discord server pretty frequently. So you can see her there, and the rest of us all hang out there. So transmissionspodcast.com/Discord if you want to have some Transformers discussions there. So it's open to everyone. All right, that'll do it. Thanks, everyone, for listening, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening to this episode of Transmissions. But just because this episode is over doesn't mean the Transformers fun has to stop. Join us and other Transformers fans on our Discord chat server by visiting transmissionspodcast.com/Discord. If you would like to learn more about how you could support the Transmissions Podcast, just visit transmissionspodcast.com/support. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you again next week.
Yay, I'm here. Thank you.
We've got Wolf Good and John 4X11 Good. Wooden Good. So we're good to go. Hey, we have a Dr. Pants in the house, too.
What?
Is there a doctor in the house? Yes, there is.
Doctor of Pantaloon Studies.
Okay, so StreamYard is ready.
All right, see you over there.
Yeah, but Jeremy's not.
Yep.
What?
You're not ready.
I'm going to try to fix my camera, too. I had to move my desk away from my window because it's so hot. It's like a few feet closer this way. So
I got lights
nice.
because I was like so dark.
I had to put slippers on because I'm cold.
Me too.
I want to be where you are.
So
They just put me last.
Okay. You're like, quick, must find something.
Everyone's ready. They're ready to watch the
They're all here for Apollo.
So looking forward to that. Two of my favorite 80s properties, Transformers and Back to the Future.
Was the other one Footloose?
No, I said two. Transformers and Back to the Future. There's two of them.
I take you as a Footloose guy.
Okay. I like Kevin Bacon. He's fine. You almost got me with the soda can, Daryl, but you'll never break me again.
I know. I just had to interrupt completely though this time. I had to be done.
Water break.
Just take it during the show.
That's what Daryl does.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. And Apollo's doing that.
Yep.
All right. See you guys later.
You're like later.
All right, we're back from our trips to the store, and we will finish up the show with convention news.
All right. I jumped the gun there. All right. So